Most women have a certain sense of apprehension when approaching labour and birth, and when the big day is finally over, they heave a great sigh of relief. But for some, after pains can continue for several days after the birth.
Okay, someone else is actually going to have to take it.
After pains are caused by the uterus or womb contracting back to its pre-pregnant size. When you realise that it's been the size of a large watermelon or pumpkin and must return to the size of a small pear, it's not surprising that the contractions can still be quite strong. Every time the baby breastfeeds, the uterus contracts further. This is caused by the same hormone, oxytocin, which was produced during labour.
With your first baby, no. With the second baby, it's like, okay, well, I didn't have any drugs during labour, but please, can someone give me an epidural? Yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it?
How long did they go on for?
I was still having them about day 5, which my midwife was like, oh, well, that shouldn't be happening, but it's just one of the joys of birth and babies, isn't it? Yeah, I took paracetamol. And it helped.
Most women find that taking a painkiller like paracetamol before a feed may help to take the edge off the pain, or a homeopath may also be able to prescribe a treatment to help. Some labour and birth homeopathic kits will also have treatments that are useful for after pains. Coming up next, fetal heart rates.
So that at term, it's somewhere between 110 and 150 normally. So a change in heart rate is often taken as a suspicious sign.
Tens for pain relief.
I was religiously pressing the button, thinking this is great, and nobody bothered to tell me that I was pressing the button that was no longer connected to the pads on my back.
And the second stage of labour.
And the only way you're birthing a baby is by making that poo, which ends up being a baby.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Once I got to that sort of second stage, they go push, 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 and it's like you're egging on a racehorse. Oh, Michelle, come on!
During pregnancy, your midwife will check baby's heart rate at each antenatal appointment. She'll listen to the baby's heart beating by either using a Pinard stethoscope or a handheld monitor called a sonic aid.
Most women will see this antenatally, and community midwives use this along with asking women about their fetal movements, which is just as important as listening to the baby's heartbeat, because this just gives us that window of when we're listening in. That just tells us what the baby's heartbeat is happening at that moment in time. And so antenatally, it's just as important to ask a woman about how her baby's moving, and women are encouraged to make sure that they're feeling 10 movements in a 12-hour period. But during labour, we can listen in with a handheld sonic aid, and this one's fantastic because we can use this one, it's waterproof, and we can immerse it in water and listen to the baby's heartbeat when a woman's labouring in our birthing pool.
If you choose to have a hospital birth, there will almost certainly be an occasion when the baby's heartbeat will be monitored.
It's a continuous way of monitoring a baby's heartbeat if a woman's labour dictates that. And the yellow one, we put this over onto the woman's abdomen, over the fetal back, to listen to the baby's heartbeat. And this, the pink one, is just a very, very simple pressure gauge that sits on the top of the abdomen, on the uterus, and every time a woman has a contraction, it causes the needle to rise and fall on the paper, and it doesn't tell us how strong the contractions are, it just tells us how frequent the contractions are, and the woman herself tells us how strong they are.
Kai, Michelle's first baby, went overdue, and because of this, she was monitored daily until she had her baby.
I went over by 18 days. I refused to let them induce me because, as far as I could see, induction was the quickest route to the caesarean, and I really did not want a caesarean. So I stayed at home. I went in every day after I went over that 2-week threshold. I went in every day and I let them monitor me, which nearly killed me because I nearly had a car accident on the way to the hospital. So yes, I would let them strap me up, and I had this little weather girl button. I'd have to keep a record of the baby's movements. So I did everything they wanted me to, but I didn't let them bully me or push me into doing anything that I didn't want to.